Hello and welcome to another Raggy's video. So we are just over a week away, a week tomorrow, away from Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. I first went in 2021 with Kent Beer Reviews, and I always know this because, and I will talk about this because we walked past Thornbridge, and at that time I'd been reviewing 3 years at that moment. However, I kept off the radar massively. But obviously Craig Samuels, Mr. Kent Beer Reviews, absolute bloody legend, who's coming this year on Saturday to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. I sadly, at this moment in time, is definitely not going on the Saturday. It is what it is. Last year I obviously did that, and I'm still really still thinking about it. But anyway, yeah, Thornbridge James it was, gave him the nod and smile, so you know he knew who he was. And I was like, you know, it may be my city, but this beer reviewer from Kent has come up here and he's a fucking legend, and they knew him. But anyway, that is what it is. So we're going to talk about some of the breweries. I'm going off what West Bridgford Wire have put down, because there are breweries missing off this list. Cloudwater, I'm sure, were mentioned but are not on the list. So that's interesting. So breweries confirmed at this moment: or literally a few weeks ago, because I think it's a few weeks old. Amity Brew Co, Arbour Ales from Bristol. The ones I know, I'll say something about. The ones I don't. You know, it is what it is. I know I've had Amity Brew Co beers before, I think. Attic Brew Co, Attic Brew. They did do some collaborations with Castle Rock at one stage. So, like, trying to bring craft beer to Castle Rock. Castle Rock, sadly, have demised back into their more traditional. And I assume it's all down to coming away from COVID, and cask beer is what it is. And yeah, they're not doing anything near as much in can. They are doing some craft, don't get me wrong, but certainly not as much as they did. Bang the Elephant, oh bloody hell, the absolute legends, the winners of 2021, 2022 and 2023, the best bar for 3 years. Fire Rock came a fucking close second last year, gotta be honest. Brew York were the best last year, although Brew York support fucking what's his face, him down in Wales. We will have, me and our man Simon, Real Ale Craft Beer, we will have a drink one day in Nottingham, and I'll get that little fuck up to Nottingham and have a drink. And yeah, he'll understand the winding up, you know. Banter's banter. In a world without banter, you know, it's a sad world. There's too much political correctness, you know, and that's the problem sometimes. Anyway, yeah, Bang the Elephant, they're going to bring their A game. I'm telling you, every single other brewery out there who are coming to Nottingham, you need to step up, because what you think is your A game, Siren, is going to be far away from their A game. This is their festival. They came in 2021. Some bloke who does beer reviews in Nottingham moaned like fuck, and because they weren't invited, they weren't on the list. Moan like hell. And I know that Dom from Navigation also put his word in. Mr. Powell from Navigation Brew. Although these days obviously Navigation doesn't exist this time. Sad to see. He's at Little Brewing now. Hopefully Little Brewing will make it. You know, there are a lot of local craft beer breweries who deserve to be there. More so craft beer breweries than, well, yeah, let's not go down that road. So Big Trip, I don't know anything about Big Trip, I've got to be honest. Yeah, so, but they're coming. Black Iris Brewery, the nearest brewery to Raggy's Beer Reviews. Big brewery anyway, because there are closer nano breweries and small breweries that aren't classed as nano. Grumpy Fish Brew Co is closer. He lives in Arnold over there. I've not been invited yet, but he's close by. There's another bloody brewery as well, Three Stooges. They're close by as well, because they've got beer over at Beckhampton Road in cans, so they can't be far away from Raggy's Beer Reviews. And again, no bloody invite. Anyway, Black Iris will bring Impies. They may well bring something from Emperor's Brewery. How many bloody beers did they brew at that? I did have that last year. That's part of the beer reviews that never ever came to prominence. I do need to get to a fucking shop and get my fucking videos from last year onto the internet, because the pissed up ones would be funny as hell. Next up, Braybrook. Braybrook, famous for their lagers and some nice 4% beers. And the king of beer reviews, Kent Beer Reviews. Me and him started off on Braybrook on day 2. So, Brew Cavern, they've got a bit of a thing for Steve Austin, you know. Yeah, they like their Steve Austin, although somebody liked their Steve Austin as well last year and ended up walking off with it. Fucking cardboard cutout of Steve Austin. Somebody walked off with it, and it got back to them. And yeah, I've heard rumours, but I'm not getting. Certainly wasn't me. I was fucking pissed up and in QMC, so it definitely wasn't Raggy's Beer Reviews. Brew York came in 2021. They were shite. Nothing against the two people that came, the lad and the girl, but the beer range was shit. Last year, and I think the year before as well, to be fair, they made up for it. They had TV screens and all sorts. I don't know if the owners were there. I don't know what they looked like. They blanked me on Instagram anyway, all because I says something about real ale craft beer. I was actually being joker, but they deleted my message, which was a bit bloody miserable. But it is what it is. You know, do what you like. And but I'll still be friends. Brewlow. Brewlow. They're the low ABV beer people. I'm sure they are. Next up, Buxton Brewery. Buxton Brewery. From over in Buxton. Got a great tap room, you know, and do some amazing craft beer, to be fair. Let's hope they show up this year. Didn't show up for the last 2 years. And Wylam, no one's inviting Wylam again because they never show up. Yeah, you smell what the rag is cooking. Yeah, I don't fuck about it. Castle Rock are back this year. Yeah. Be interesting to see what craft beers they bring to the party. I'm looking forward to that. It's interesting, the definition between craft beer and modern traditional. It really is. And what is craft and what is not craft? What is modern traditional? What is really craft? What's on the borderline? Because there are crafty cask beers as well as modern traditional cask beers. And then there's them who absolutely sit in the middle where you think, well, is it modern traditional? Is it craft? And it's like, ain't got a clue. It's beer. Anyway, next up, Courier. I have no idea who Courier are. Do not mean any issues with that. I just don't know. Daya. Know all about Daya. Yeah, steady, man. Steady. Rolling. Ooh. Yeah. I'm on about the right brewer. Fuck's sakes. If I'm on about the wrong brewer, I'm in shit street. Jagman, you'll help me out. Duration Brewing. I have had their beers before. Elusive. I've had their beers before as well, and it's supposed to be very, very decent. Emperors. Don't know. Some bloke from Colville calls himself the Fat Jedi. I don't like anybody calling themselves Fat Jedi. You know, fat, for obvious reasons. Mexart is a hard worker on social media. I don't know about him in real life, but yeah, he brews a decent impy stout. Although one of these days he needs to come round the Raggy's Beer Review house and brew on my kit, which is a shit kit, an Imperial Stout. Could you imagine that? Fucking hell. Anyway, next up after that, Fire Rock. Fire Rock originally on the Bang the Elephant Emperor's Bar back in 2022. Had their own bar last year, 2023. I know these guys. I've been pissed up at their place. Got the bus home, fell asleep on the bus, ended up in Nottingham, didn't know where the fuck I was. I blame that vocation beer. Fuck, it sent me over the limit. I was absolutely twattered. Got the biggest bollocking off the wife, and I ain't been there since last year. And it's not for the want of wanting to go. It's for the want of I daren't get into trouble again. I got into trouble so many times, but cracking lads, cracking good ladies as well, and a great beers. You know, like I said earlier, they do need to. I think they need to go down the Bang the Elephant route and maybe introduce Mr. Dungeon Brewing on their bar. Ever the person to, you know, sow a seed. Fine ales. I've heard of fine ales. I can't remember where they're from, so I've got to be honest. Sorry. Good chemistry. Again, I've no idea. Left-handed Giant from Bristol. My good friend from the Happy Drinkers, Andy. He absolutely loves Left-handed Giant. He went to the brew pub. Yeah. Posted photos. Yeah. Drank beers. Yeah. Didn't wind me up a treat. Little Earth Project. Yeah, I've heard about these because some of the Magpie guys went down there, did some brewing with them. So, and I've just noticed Wiper and True Cloudwater are both not on this list, but both were announced earlier. That is interesting. So we'll see what happens. This is only the West Bridgeford. I'm going off West Bridgeford Wire. So if they've got a shite list, don't blame me. But anyway. Mad Squirrel. I've only ever had Mad Squirrel from Morrison's. So it'll be, oh shoot. It'll be interesting to have Mad Squirrel from normal proceedings, as it were. Magpie, well, Raggy's Beer Reviews has obviously done collabs with Magpie. Bought the rhubarb last year. I bought the rhubarb. Cracking brewery, you know, a good bunch of people, young. Not so sure about Craig, but yeah, young people. I'm only joking. Young people with a love for brewing. Be interesting to see if they've got a bit of Grumpy Fish Brew Co on their bar. I personally would hope they do. Like the Bang the Elephant thing, supporting smaller local breweries. Why, you know, you've got the power, use that power. Does anybody in Nottingham use the Raggy's Beer Reviews? No. And there we go. McColl's. I do know the story, but I've totally bloody forgot. Is it something to do with cancer? I'm sure it is. Mount St Bernard Abbey. Is that the Trappist beer? Rings a bell. Neon Raptor. They're in the Craft Beer Festival. That's where they're based. Maybe not for longer. Much longer though. They are supposed to be moving to a new location. Literally about 100 yards the other way. To a bigger location. But I've not heard nothing since. So I don't know. North Brewing. Great to see North Brewing down there. Northern Monk was supposed to arrive this year. They've not. But then again, they did crap the last couple of times I've seen them. Their beers were, you know, overtoned. Scottish brewery. Amazing brewery. Please bring your bloody impies. Yeah. Bang the Elephant, bring their impies. Bring your bloody impies. Don't bring all the 4% shite. Bring your bloody impies. You've got some amazing impies and dippers and tippers. Bring them. Fuck the shite stuff. Bring the decent stuff. Trust me, it'll sell. But obviously bring your session stuff as well for those who like session stuff. At Pomona Island from Salford. Yeah. Be interesting to see what they bring. I do know the brewery. They came last year, I think. Reckless to Eve. Our man from Billsthorpe. I passed Billsthorpe. Well, the sign for Billsthorpe. Nearly 3 times a week on the way to Newark. Reckless to Eve. Benjamin. Amazing bloke. He's on the Bang the Elephant bar this year. Make sure you take a notice and go down and go and visit his bar. His bar with theirs, obviously. But and he's got a tap takeover at the Cockanoop, literally on June the 22nd, 7 days later. Which Raggy's Beer Reviews, funnily enough, this 2 days before my birthday. So technically it's my birthday celebration, so I'm going down, meet the brewer. Although we know each other anyway, so yeah, we'll have a chat. And it'll be a good laugh. Rivington, looking forward to Rivington, to be honest. Really looking forward. Make a great mild. Siren Craft Brew, looking forward to seeing Siren Craft Brew. This year, I'm hoping to get photos with a lot of these breweries. Maybe do some videos. I'm only there for 5 hours, so we'll get what we get. Will I get invited down on the Saturday? I've not bought no tickets for the Saturday. Will I get invited down? I don't know. We'll see. And have I got the pennies? Well, there's another thing. But it is what it is. Sneinton Cider Company are my absolute friends from Sneinton. They are, to the beer world, to the cider world, what you need in the beer world. They are amazing people who bring some great ciders. Looking forward to what they're bringing. Tartarus, Leeds-based Tartarus beers, amazing for their impies and stouts and dippers, but also for their cask beers. So that'll be interesting. Track, bloody amazing. Track, please bring more keg machines than last year. Yeah, bless them. Track, another amazing brewery. Please bring more beers. You know, you will sell more if you bring more. Turning Point, again, a good brewery who does a lot with local Nottingham breweries. And yeah, definitely want to see them back. And that is my, using what West Bridgeford Wire have said, not the official. That is my look at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. The breweries coming. A bit of me putting my bit of banter in. For those breweries that I gave a bit towards, you know, a bit of banter towards, please don't take offence, you know. I'm here supporting breweries day in, day out, 365 days a year, more than anybody else on the internet, regardless of being viral or not. A long way more. Cheers all. And Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. I'm there on the Friday. I have no plans for the Saturday as yet, so we'll see how that goes. I've not bought no tickets for the Saturday, and I need to see what I spend on the Friday. You know, it's obvious reasons, but we'll see what happens. And I dare not end up in hospital again, because that was scary. But yeah, have a great time if you go. And what's your favourite brewery? What are you looking forward to? Cheers.